Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. You're tuned in to Emo Nightly News every moment online. In tonight's headlines, Dominica's Duke of Edinburgh's International Award Executive pays courtesy call to President Sylvanie Burton. People's Diaspora renews support for primary school with monthly feeding program donation. Dominica Grammar School celebrates 133 years of excellence with Founders Day service. La Plaine to get new fire station as Dominica upgrades emergency services with fire trucks and ambulances. Police reports decline in crime as Commissioner credits improved policing and community cooperation. OECS heads meet on urgent regional and geopolitical matters. And Venezuelan Nobel Peace Prize winner presents her medal to Trump. Details of these stories and more coming up next. Stay with us.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest jackpot ever. Blast Mystery Progressive. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. In your blast jackpot rising. And I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
It's going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up. Blast Gaming.
And welcome back, everyone. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is a news broadcast for the 16th of January, 2026. Up first in local news. On Wednesday, January 14, 2026, the executive of Dominica paid a courtesy call to its patron, President Sylvanie Burton. The delegation, including Deputy Chairperson Linda Gonzalez Peltier, National Director Kerrian Remy Timothy, Youth Development Representative Lilia Dura, and Gold Award holder Brandon Remy, presented a report following the awards of participation in 2 major global events in Lagos, Nigeria in late 2025. The International Gold Event and Forum 2025, which brought together over 300 youth leaders, including HRH Prince Edward. Mr. Remy shared insights from his engagement with international delegates, while the executive updated President Burton on recent milestones, current challenges, and future initiatives to strengthen the award's impact in Dominica. The executive expressed gratitude to Her Excellency for continued patronage and support for youth development. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is reporting a decline in criminal activity across the island. Police Commissioner Lincoln Corbett says the reduction reflects enhanced policing strategies and strong cooperation from the community.
A review of our statistics for the year 2025 as compared to 2024 indicated that we have a significant reduction in overall crime in Dominica. So we saw an 11% reduction overall in crimes that reported to the police as compared to 2024. That, to my mind, is a significant reduction. And we see, and then it will keep going down, down, and down. So, just to go through some statistics, for example, on the issue of illicit assault, we saw a 27% reduction. Burglaries, again, a constant reduction in crime. As compared to last year, we saw a 5% reduction.
He further highlighted key measures that will continue and be implemented to help ensure public safety.
We will see also this year an increased policing presence as uniform patrols and mobile patrols throughout the island. We'll see an increase in school visits. We'll also see an increase in operations aimed at reducing the possession of firearms in the state. So you'll see more vehicle checkpoints, more house searches as compared to last year. And again, we have officers who are dedicated team of officers to ensure that that is achieved.
The statements were made during the police end-of-year press conference. The Dominica Grammar School, DGS, celebrated its annual Founders Day with a special church service at Roseau Cathedral, honoring 133 years of academic excellence and school pride. Students, staff, alumni, and members of the community gathered to reflect on the school's rich history and its enduring motto, Mens Sana in Corpore Sano, a sound mind in a sound body. The service provided an opportunity for the entire DGS family, including old girls and old boys, to come together in celebration, wearing school colors of brown and gold and proudly displaying ties and crests. DGS continues to be a cornerstone of education in Dominica, shaping leaders and fostering a strong sense of community and tradition. The Minister of National Security has revealed major upgrades to Dominica's emergency services. According to the minister, a new fire station will be constructed in La Plaine, while brand new fire trucks fitted with Jaws of Life equipment will be delivered to the island. The announcement also includes the acquisition of new ambulances aimed at improving emergency medical response nationwide.
The United States of America, we're going to have a new fire station and ambulance station in La Plaine. And we're talking about the appliances also. By the 27th of this month, everything being on target, we shall be receiving 2 additional fire trucks for the fire and ambulance services. And one of the things I like about it, this is fire officers' language, the Jaws of Life. Right? The Jaws of Life will be attached to these fire trucks. What do we mean by that? Is a specialized quarter to extricate people if they're trapped in a vehicular accident. Those will be attached to the fire trucks. And you'll also be able to discharge foam, and all that we're getting. And the fire chief sent me to the pictures, and it's deleted by them. We have an additional fire truck being manufactured, and the completion date for that manufacturing process will be on the 27th of April. That is costing $1.4 million. And we, in the first quarter of this year, in the month of February, we'll be receiving, of course, the government will be paying for 2 additional ambulances, fully customized. And later down in the year, we're looking for 2 additional ambulances, so that the intention is to have, at all times, a minimum of 2 ambulances in Roseau, and the same for Portsmouth and Marigot. So we are going places in the ministry and the government by extension, and addressing by way of precision what we need to do within the ministry to advance the policies of the government and to work on behalf of the people of this country.
The National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, hosted a vibrant sashing ceremony for contestants in the Miss Teen Dominica Pageant and the Miss DSC Mass Jamboree, celebrating youth, culture, and corporate support for the arts. Opening remarks were delivered by Mr. Kian Tuse, Director of NCCU, who highlighted the institution's continued commitment to youth development and national events.
It is truly an honor to bring opening remarks at this sashing ceremony, a moment that symbolizes far more than pageantry. Today, we celebrate purpose, partnership, youth development, and social responsibility values that are deeply embodied in the culture of the National Cooperative Credit Union. This year is especially significant for the institution as we commemorate our 50 years of our amalgamation, 15 years of unity, resilience, and collective progress. That milestone tells our story. When people come together with shared values, they can build institutions that not only safeguard finances, but also uplift communities, invest in dreams, and shape future leaders. NCCU has remained steadfast in its commitment to people before profit, and now that is more evident in the support for our youth development. The credit union understands that young people are not only the leaders of tomorrow, they are the influencers of today.
Kiwan Thomas, Student Activities Coordinator at the Dominica State College, also addressed the gathering, expressing appreciation to NCCU for its sponsorship and ongoing support of students and cultural initiatives.
On behalf of the Dominica State College and Mass Jamboree Committee, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the National Cooperative Credit Union for your generosity, support through the awarding of a partial sponsorship of one of our contestants, Ms. Kelly Clark. NCCU, your commitment to education and youth development is truly appreciated, and I must say you have been doing it for a very, very long time, and I must commend your institution on that. Today, you are not only supporting a contestant, you are investing in the future of a young woman who has potential to make a meaningful impact in society. Your contribution reminds us that when institutions support our students, we strengthen the entire nation. To Kelly Clark, congratulations. This sponsorship is more than a financial assistance. It is recognition of your efforts, your potential, and the bright future ahead of you. Kelly, continue to believe in yourself. Stay focused, work confidently in purpose. Use this opportunity as motivation to keep you forward, not only in this competition, but in your academic journey and beyond.
The ceremony then moved to the highly anticipated sashing segment, where the contestants were sashed amid excitement and applause. The Miss Teen Dominica contestants sashed were Janice Williams of Goodwill Secondary School, Jeffrey Joseph of Castlebrew Secondary School, Ladira Dyer of Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. In the Miss DSC Mass Jamboree, Kelly Clark was officially sashed. The event underscored NCCU's role in empowering young women and supporting cultural development in Dominica. A project valued at $27,400 is set to strengthen agricultural education at Granby Primary School, following the successful completion and handover of a newly constructed chicken coop by the Rotary Club of Dominica. The initiative was made possible through funding support from the Gateshead Rotary Club of England in partnership with the Rotary Club of Dominica. To ensure a strong and sustainable start to the project, the school was also provided with 50 broilers and 50 layers. The handing over ceremony began with a welcome address by Miss Lillian Williams.
Great pleasure that I welcome you to this handing over ceremony of a chicken coop generously commissioned by the Rotary Club of Dominica. This project is a meaningful investment in our students and our community. Once again, welcome and thank you for joining us on this meaningful occasion.
Mr. Evans James, principal of Granby Primary School, presented a background overview of the project and its importance to the school community.
The background of the chicken coop. The Granby Primary School 4-H Club is a vibrant and active group guided by the motto, hands, head, heart, and health, working together to improve the school and the wider community. Recognizing the value of practical hands-on learning, the 4-H Club teachers identified the establishment of a chicken coop as a meaningful project that would benefit both students and the school. Therefore, the teachers decided on a school-based chicken coop would provide students with real-life agricultural experience, teach responsibility and teamwork, and promote an understanding of food production and sustainability. Additionally, eggs produced from the project would support the school's feeding program, while any surplus could be sold to generate much needed income to assist the club in carrying out its other activities.
The ceremony culminated with an address by Dr. Jumaine Jules-Japierre, president of the Rotary Club of Dominica, who officially handed over the project to the school.
It is indeed a pleasure and an honor for me, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Dominica, to be here with you today for the handing over of this rehabilitated chicken coop to the 4-H Club of the Granby Primary School. Today's activity is more than just the handing over of a building. It represents opportunity, learning, sustainability, and partnership. Through this project, students will gain practical skills in agriculture, animal care, responsibility, teamwork, and entrepreneurship. Skills that will serve you well throughout your lives. Students, as 4-H club members, you stand for the values of head, heart, hands, and health. This project gives you the chance to use your head to plan and learn, your hands to work and care for the animals, your hearts to show responsibility and teamwork, and your health to understand the importance of nutritious food and sustainable living.
The donation highlights the continued commitment of local and international partners to education, practical learning, and community development in Dominica. Also happening locally, a group of Pebush diaspora members who visited the community in 2024 has once again demonstrated its commitment to education by making a continued donation to the Pebush Primary School. This year, the group has pledged EC $800 monthly to support the school's feeding program, with contributions running until July 2026. An executive member of the group, Miss Emmeline Anselm, officially presented the check to the school during its PTA meeting yesterday.
Today I am here to make a presentation on behalf of the DA Vibers. Do you remember them? Yes. Do you remember in 2025 we had a whole contingent of diasporas in Pebush for the Christmas? Yes. Alright. Do you remember also that last year they sponsored something to the school? Alright. So last year the DA Vibers made a generous donation to the school feeding program, and this year they are once again giving back. Beginning January this month and continuing to the end of the school term in July, the DA Vibers will be making a monthly donation of $800 to support the school feeding program. This means that the Pebush students are truly blessed, and I say blessed indeed. So on behalf of the school community, we say thank you to the DA Vibers for their continued generosity and commitment to our children at the Pebush Primary School. We appreciate the partnership and we look forward to continued collaboration in the future. So on behalf of, I'm part of the committee as well, so I'll be making the presentation to the school every month so they can get their groceries to feed the children of the Pebush Primary School. So big up to the DA Vibers.
The principal of the Pebush Primary School expressed heartfelt gratitude for the timely support, noting the positive impact the donation will have on students. Appreciation was also extended to the Pebush Diaspora Group, known as the DA Vibers, for their continued generosity.
On behalf of the staff and the students, I would like to say thank you very much to the DA Vibers for providing this form of assistance to the school feeding program. In light of that, I would like to announce to the parents that as of Monday, you will not be paying lunch for the children.
The Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit, on Thursday met with a few journalists for what was called a New Year sit-down. In his opening remarks, the PM gave a reason for the sit-down, saying that the people of Dominica deserve to understand the choices before us, the pressures we face, and the decisions we must take. Prime Minister Skerrit took the opportunity to speak about the upcoming projects expected to boost the economy.
We are pursuing a set of transformative development projects. For example, the International Airport, geothermal, the cable car, and the Ports of Marina. Projects designed to fundamentally strengthen our economy, expand opportunity, create more jobs at home, and secure resilience for future generations.
He also addressed the CBI program, saying that no other source of funds has brought money into the public purse as the CBI program, the most reputable one in the world.
Dominica's CBI program, one of the most reputable in the world, is the single largest source of development capital for vulnerable small island state of Dominica. No tax revenue, loan or grant funding has brought as much money into the public purse of Dominica for national developmental purposes in the past 15 years. No one has beat the CBI. Yet the issue of citizenship by investment sits at the heart of central governance challenge of our time. How does a small, vulnerable island state advance critical economic development, protect its sovereignty, uphold its international obligations, and preserve its identity all at once?
The Prime Minister also said that Dominica will continue to engage the United States on matters concerning the nation. The Hebridean sky called at Dominica's Cabris cruise ship berth yesterday, 15 January 2026, marking another positive step for cruise tourism in the island's northern region. The visit was commemorated with a plaque exchange attended by representatives from the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, DASPA, Dominica Development Authority, DDA, HHV Whitchurch, as well as the parliamentary representative and mayor of Portsmouth. The ceremony highlighted the strong collaboration between tourism stakeholders and local leadership. Cruise calls like these continue to strengthen Dominica's cruise offerings while generating meaningful benefits for local communities. And finally, in local news, the Fishers Division has graduated 29 new fishers, including one woman, from its 54th Basic Fisherman's Training course held January 12 to 15. The program is required for licensing and covered sea safety, first aid, engine repair, fisheries regulations, and business skills. This year's course also introduced social media training to help fishers promote their work. Officials say the initiative supports continued growth and development of Dominica's fishing industry. And that's all for local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping. The new job starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
And now for regional news. 120 nurses from Ghana will arrive in Antigua and Barbuda next weekend to help ease staffing shortages in the public healthcare system. Expected on January 23, they will be deployed mainly at the Sylvester Bird Medical Center and across community health facilities. Government officials say the move under a bilateral agreement with Ghana will help relieve pressure on local nurses while long-term efforts continue to train more Antiguans through the UE 5-island campus. Speaking at the post-cabinet media briefing, Director General of Communications, Mr. Maurice Merchant, had this to say.
In this regard, Cabinet welcomed the arrival of 120 nurses from the Republic of Ghana over the weekend of January 23rd. That's not this weekend coming, but next weekend they will arrive, and they will serve within the public healthcare system of Antigua and Barbuda. The Honorable Minister for Health, Sir Malwin Joseph, announced that these nurses will be deployed primarily at the Sylvester Bird Medical Center, as well as within community health clinics in schools and other health-related institutions, thereby enhancing both hospital-based and community-level healthcare delivery.
And the countdown is on for St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sailing Week 2026 after a successful media launch and signing ceremony in Kingston. The multi-island regatta will run from March 29 to April 6, spanning St. Vincent, Canoan, and Bequia. Organizers say the event continues to grow internationally, reinforcing St. Vincent and the Grenadines' reputation as a top sailing and lifestyle destination. Government and tourism officials highlighted its benefits for sports development, culture, and the economy, while partners emphasized community involvement and youth engagement. Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday described St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sailing Week as an important platform for national development and global visibility.
Wherever we have events taking place, we support. My government, we are committed to being a part of it. This is why I am here today, to show that we take seriously when we said in our election campaign that we have 4 pillars in which we build the economy, and one of them is what we call a new economy, taking events like the sports tourism and making them a central part of the economy, not just as culture. Culture is very important, that's what defines us. But it's sustainable only if we can make them pay. And the way in which we are doing it here, I think, gives us that possibility.
The 2026 edition will feature competitive racing and heritage events, including the Canoan Cup, the Bequia Easter Regatta, and traditional double-ender racing, promising another major celebration for sailing, culture, and island life. And finally, on the regional scene, leaders of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States held urgent talks in St. Lucia on January 13, 2026, focusing on key regional and geopolitical issues. The meeting was hosted by St. Lucia's Prime Minister, Philip J. Pierre, and chaired by St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister, Dr. Godwin Friday, marking his first heads of government meeting as chair. A major item on the agenda was a request from the United States for several OECS member states to accept third country nationals. In response, regional leaders agreed to establish a high-level multi-state negotiating team to engage the United States in technical discussions on the matter. The meeting brought together prime ministers and premiers from Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, the British Virgin Islands, Anguilla, and St. Lucia, along with OECS Director General, Dr. Didacus Jules. And that's all for regional news. Stay tuned for international news coming up next. And now for international news. China's trade surplus has hit a record nearly 1.2 trillion as strong global exports offset a sharp drop in shipments to the U.S. amid higher American tariffs. Exports rose 5.5% last year, led by electric vehicles, autos, and high-tech goods, while imports remained flat. Although exports to the U.S. fell 20%, China boosted sales to Africa, Southeast Asia, Europe, and Latin America. Strong exports have kept economic growth near 5%, but economists warn China will need stronger domestic demand as trade tensions persist. And finally, in international news, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado says she's presented her Nobel Peace Prize medal to U.S. President Donald Trump in a symbolic gesture of gratitude for what she called his commitment to Venezuelan freedom during a White House meeting. Trump confirmed the exchange on social media, calling it a sign of mutual respect, and posted a photo of the framed medal. The Nobel Committee has stressed that while the physical medal can change hands, the Nobel Peace Prize itself remains Machado's and cannot be transferred. Analysts view the move as a bid to regain U.S. support amid questions over her political influence following recent events in Venezuela. And that's all for international news. Coming up next, the sports segment. Stay tuned. Welcome to the sports segment. All eyes will be on the Neville Moose Pair Finals this Sunday as Sunrise Sports Club of Marigot takes on the Dr. Daru PSC Falcons in what promises to be a thrilling showdown. The championship clash is set for Sunday the 18th at 8 p.m. at the Marigot Wares Hardcourt. Fans can expect high-intensity action as both teams battle for finals glory. Tournament sponsors include the Government of Dominica, Alfred Family, Sunrise Sports Club, DBS, Gaddafi Prevo, Maxwell Boland, Gavin Richards, Neville and Mary James, and the DABA and Northeast Freight and Handling Company. Organizers are encouraging supporters to come out and be part of the excitement as the season reaches its decisive moment. The 2026 Secondary Schools Volleyball Championship got off to an exciting start on Wednesday, with 6 matches played across 3 venues as competition tipped off in the sports division organized tournament. At the WPSS venue, ITSS dominated the day, recording straight sets victories over Orion in both divisions. The ITSS girls defeated Orion 3-0, while the ITSS boys followed up with another convincing 3-0 win. Action at Granby saw DSC in strong form against PCSS. The DSC girls claimed a hard-fought 3-1 victory, while the DSC boys secured a comfortable straight sets win. Meanwhile, at the CHS grounds, the CHS B team edged past WHS in a competitive 4-set match. The CHS A team then closed the day with a solid 3-0 win over DGS. Organizers say the opening day results have set the tone for what promises to be an exciting 2026 Secondary Schools Volleyball Championship. The West Indies Under-19s registered a dominant 5-wicket victory over Tanzania Under-19s in the Group D clash at the ICC Men's Under-19 World Cup in Windhoek. After being put into bat, Tanzania were dismissed for 122 as the West Indies bowlers kept tight control throughout the innings. In response, The Caribbean side chased down the target with ease, reaching 124 for 5 in just 21 overs, and winning the match with a massive 174 balls to spare. Joel Andrew played a steady role in the team's victory over Tanzania with a well-made 44 of 44 ball. Tanez Francis scored 52 of 55 balls, showing patience and control at the crease as he helped steer the West Indies through the run chase. Shaquan Bell was the standout performer, claiming figures of 2 for 23 and earning the Player of the Match honors as the West Indies continued their impressive showing in the tournament. The West Indies will face Afghanistan on Sunday, the 18th of January at 3:30 a.m. And finally, the DFA Women's Premier League continues this weekend with 3 key matchups as the title race heats up. Action begins on Saturday afternoon with Southeast FC taking on South City FC at 4 p.m. at the DFA Technical Center. That's followed by an evening showdown at 6:30 as Goodwill Runners face Kalino Warriors in what promises to be an exciting clash. The weekend wraps up on Sunday night with a highly intensity encounter between Mau Soka Strikers and Portsmouth Bombers kicking off at 6:30 p.m. again at the DFA Technical Center. With crucial points on the line and momentum building, fans are encouraged to come out and support women's football. And that's all for the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Met Service. And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for the 16th of January 2026. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. On behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This is EmoNightly News, every moment online. Have a good weekend.